right, everybody. Welcome back for another week in the Champions League. And listen, we have been on fire. The receipts are right there. You can go look them up on my channel. Week after week after week. Winners after winners after winners after winners. And match day 5, this week, is jam-packed with storylines, massive matchups this week, and games that will reshape the entire Champions League table. And I am calling it right now, guys, because the number 1 is going to face up the number 2 in the competition. And finally, we'll get to see where everyone's at. Bayern Munich, number 1, the most complete team in the world up until this point right now. Their attack is clicking in all cylinders, going mano a mano against the best defense in the Champions League and Arsenal. They haven't allowed a single goal in the entire tournament. Something has to give in this game, and finally, we get to find out who is the real deal between these two going at each other. And Barcelona, they're going on the road at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, one of the most historic and emotional stadiums for Barcelona fans. And we know this. Now we face Chelsea once again. This one is unpredictable, dangerous, and loaded with so much talent. I cannot wait for this game, to be honest. And then guess what? Inter Milan sitting 3rd in the table, going to the Metropolitano to face off against Atletlico Madrid. Clash. Insane game as well. Clash of styles here. The Argentine superstars, Lautaro Martinez going up against Alvarez, Julian Alvarez, probably the hottest player on the market right now. This one is going to be crazy. And guess what? We even get the Super Cup rematch. The PSG playing up against Tottenham. Another crazy game. You know, they had it down the ropes last time Tottenham did against PSG, and now they're going up against Tottenham once again. And guys, this is going to be fireworks. I cannot wait for these games to watch the Champions League. I'm going to have so much fun. So let's get into all of these predictions and the reason why you all clicked this video. So guys, let's go. Galatasaray versus Union SG. Two teams, two completely different realities, to be more exact. Galatasaray are going to be at home, and they are absolutely on fire, ladies and gentlemen. They won their last 3 games in the Champions League. Osimhen has been scoring braces, scoring hat tricks. No, he's been scoring against Liverpool, and you wouldn't think he's going to do it up against Union SG. You better believe so. No, the SG, they've lost their last 4 games. I think they have 1 win in the UCL, but this is not enough. My prediction here, Galatasaray wins this game 3-0. Now, I have Ajax up against Benfica. On paper, this should be a great game, but this is such a disappointment. These are the battle, this is battle of the bottom, basically. Ajax, terrible form. Benfica, terrible form. 4 straight losses each. 2 giant clubs with massive history here, both embarrassing themselves in the Champions League. Even Kaira Almaty is above both of them in the table. So my prediction, it's a battle to see who's the least bad. This game is going to be played at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Ajax should scrape something out, I will say. I'm going to give Ajax the edge, and I'm going to say 1-0 just because they are at home. But who knows, man? These two teams are bad. Next up, I'm going to have Napoli up against Qarabag, right? Napoli hosting Qarabag at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Napoli have been inconsistent and disappointing compared to last season form. 2 losses, 1 draw, 1 win in their last 4 games. And they are sitting right now in 24th place in the table right now. Qarabag, meanwhile, they have been one of the surprises in the Champions League, to be honest. They got a huge result versus Chelsea last week, 2-2 draw, and they are sitting right now currently 15th on the table. but they are going to be on the road. And I think Napoli will barely survive. So my prediction is Napoli wins this game 1-0. Next up, I have Slavia Prague versus a pathetic club. And quite frankly, man, Slavia Prague is going to be hosting at the Fortuna Arena. Two teams not playing Champions League level football right now. Slavia, they are 30th. Athletic Club, they are 27th currently. Slavia have 2 losses, 2 draws in their last 4 games. Athletic Club, they have 3 losses and just 1 win in the last 4 games. I think this prediction speaks for itself. It's going to be a disappointing 1-1 draw. Nobody's going to win. Next up, I have BODO at home in bad form. 2 draws. They're going to be playing up against Juventus, by the way. So 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 4. Juventus also struggling with 3 draws and 1 loss in their last 4 games. Neither team has won in their last 4 matches here, even though Juventus on paper should be better. So Juventus, I think they're just going to be better because simply quality. Yildiz and Vlahovic should just be enough to get through this game. Juventus will win this game 2-0. Marseille up against Newcastle is going to be an amazing game. Marseille hosting Newcastle here and at the Velodrome. Newcastle, they lost to Barcelona, right, 2-1 at St. James Park. But they bounced back and more with 3 straight wins. And they look very strong in the UCL with Voltamade. And now they look like they're clicking in all cylinders. Marseille, though, they have just 1 win in their last 4 games. Even though they had great matches, for example, the one up against Real Madrid, they lost on 2 penalties. They probably should have had at least 1 point on that game. Unfortunately, they couldn't. So my prediction ultimately, I think Newcastle keeps this streak going, and Newcastle will win this game 2-0. Next up, I have Manchester City versus Bayern Leverkusen here. Manchester City at the Etihad. This is going to be a bad spot for Leverkusen. City are a top 5 team in the world right now. Erling Haaland, he's got 32 goals right now. I mean, this is ridiculous. In 3 months, how can he have this many goals? I mean, I don't even know, man, but I don't even think he's going to be slowing down. And Leverkusen, man, they have 1 win and 1 loss and 2 draws in the last 4 games. If you ask me, I don't even think this game will be close. I think Manchester City runs through this team 4-0, not even close. Borussia Dortmund up against Villareal. This one, guys, is going to be a fun game. I mean, Dortmund at home, Signal Iduna Park, right? One of the toughest places, environments anywhere. Better than probably the most home field advantage that I have ever seen. And they're going to be in good form. 2 wins, 1 draw, and only 1 loss in the last 4 games. And Villarreal is quite frankly been the opposite. And they are massively underachieving the Champions League this season. They have 3 losses, 1 draw in their last 4. It's one of the worst teams right now, actually, on the table. So my prediction is it's going to be a good game. But Borussia Dortmund will win this game 2-1. Chelsea versus Barcelona. Chelsea will be hosting at the Stamford Bridge. And this game, guys, this game is massive. Barcelona are coming off a humiliating 3-3 draw versus Club Brugge. A game they absolutely should have won. They simply cannot defend. This game, I couldn't believe my eyes. But they are just, we're getting healthy at the right time. That's almost a good sign. Pedri comes back. John Garcia comes back. I think that will make a huge difference, especially if we get Rafinha back as well. Chelsea has 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in their last 4 games, including one up against Qarabag, what I just mentioned. But they're going to be at home. I don't think they're going to have Cole Palmer. They will have, though, the likes of Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Joao Pedro. This is a ton of talent. Even without Cole Palmer, I think they're still going to be put up a good fight. I think because they are at home, they will get a draw, 2-2. I think Barcelona would have won this game at the Camp Nou, by the way. I'm going to give Chelsea some credit here. I think Barcelona will get the tie here, 2-2. So next up, I have Pafos versus Monaco. So Pafos is going to be hosting Monaco. Both teams are around the same level here. Monaco are sitting at 19th. Pafos is hitting at 20th. Ansu Fati started the season strong, but ever since then, he has been losing form, and with it, he has been losing minutes. I am still going to give Monaco the edge. I think they're going to win this game 2-1 even on the road. Next up, I have Olympiacos versus Real Madrid. One question is simple. Does Olympiacos have anything for me on Wednesday? I'm just saying, at the Georgios Karakaskakis, I'm hoping that they have something for me. But no, man, probably not, right? Real Madrid, they are 7th on the table, mainly because they win consistently. And Mbappe hasn't scored in the last 2 games. He's been on a little bit of a drought here after being so good on the hottest streak ever. I think this is the perfect spot for a player like Mbappe, who is on a 2-game drought. I think he'll break through and get probably a brace on this one. And my prediction is it is all Real Madrid, and they're gonna win this game, unfortunately, 3-1. So next up, I have Sporting hosting Club Brugge in Portugal. Okay, so Brugge is coming off an incredible matchup against Barcelona that I just talked about, where they probably could have gotten a little bit more if they just have more desire to win that game. But this time, though, I think it's going to be different because they're on the road. And this is the thing about these teams. When they're on the road, when they are at home, they play two different styles. I guess it's that just the players who play better when they are at home. My prediction here, though, I think Sporting will get the better of Club Brugge, 2-1 going the Portuguese. Next up, I have Atletico Madrid versus Inter Milan, a heavyweight matchup at the Metropolitano. Inter, last year's finalist in the UCL, currently sitting 3rd in the table. Atletico Madrid, always a dangerous team at home. The last 5 meetings between, it's been 2 wins Inter, 2 wins Atletico, 1 draw. This game cannot be more even right now. We get to see what's the deal with these 2 teams. Lautaro Martinez going up against Julian Alvarez. This is a must-watch football. But you know what? It plays out in an unconventional way. I actually think this game is going to be a 1-1 draw, where I think Inter's a better side. But because Atletico Madrid is at home, I think they will have the fans, and they will get a draw in this one. Next up, I have Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Game of the week. Arsenal at home, the best defense in the Champions League. 0 goals allowed, and people say defense wins championships. Bayern Munich, the best all-around team with Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, Michael Olise, all firing in all cylinders. Everyone thinks Bayern is going to go to Emirates Stadium and win this game. But wait a minute here. Arsenal have the exact formula to shut down teams like Bayern Munich. They are at home. They are going to be the underdog. Bayern Munich comes in here as a heavy favorites. I think, listen to this, I think they will shock everyone. And my prediction here, Arsenal wins 2-1. And before you say anything, remember, I picked Bayern Munich to go down to Parc des Princes and beat PSG, and they did. And now I'm picking Arsenal, the underdog. So you heard it here first. Arsenal will beat Bayern Munich. You mark my words on that. So next up, guys, I have PSG versus Tottenham. The Super Cup rematch is here, ladies and gentlemen. Tottenham blew a 2-0 lead up against PSG. And PSG, to their credit, they stormed back. Tottenham are not the same team without Harry Kane. PSG are getting healthier. Dembélé is back, and this squad is loaded. I don't think I need to mention any of these names. This is going to be an incredible game, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to kind of see how this one unfolds, but I'm going to give PSG the edge here. I think they win this game 3-1, actually. I was going to say 3-1, but it's 3-1. All right, guys, last but not least, is Liverpool versus PSV. Liverpool are coming off one of their best performances of the season. back at Anfield again after they beat Real Madrid at home. Now they got to face PSV. Basically a repeat of last season's shocking win by PSV. Do you guys remember that PSV beat at the beginning of in January? They beat Liverpool 3-2, and now Liverpool has to face off, but they're going to be the home side, and I don't think PSV is playing it particularly well. I think Liverpool is picking up right where they left off, beating Real Madrid, and they will use that same momentum to go out and beat PSV here, and I think it's not even close. It's going to be a 4-1 matchup. So, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I love that you guys are loving predictions in the Champions League, because I love making predictions more than anyone that I know. So thank you guys for all the support that you guys are bringing to this content. Guys, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, and let me know down in the comments what are your predictions for the main games, or have at it. If you want to give me all your predictions for all the games, go right ahead. And I hope Barcelona has something for me up against Chelsea. Maybe a surprise, and Barcelona can go down to Stamford Bridge and win this game. Let's go!